Lyrics. Those are pretty important, right? You know, they're just one of those things that can make you feel some of the greatest moments of your life with music. I mean, let's think about this. How many artists do you listen to where you feel a special bond with them since you heard them say something, a lyric, and we're like, damn, I really felt that. But here's the funny thing. So many of you musicians neglect getting your lyrics online, or even worse, some fans hear your vocal, where you're enunciating, like you have a bag full of M&Ms in your mouth and are sipping on promethazine at once, and they're trying to decipher what you say, and the whole world thinks you're singing about how bad you want to crash your Jeep, when you're really singing about how you really ride for Lil Peep. And we don't want that, now do we? Since the next thing you know, your family's doing wellness checks on you. And now your ex you don't want to hear from is texting, "You okay?" All this can be avoided if we just upload your lyrics to all the different sites that people listen to music on so fans can see them on Instagram, Spotify, Google, Apple Music, and all over the World Wide Webs. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to get your lyrics all over the internet. You know, the ones you actually wrote, and everyone who listens to your song will be able to read them and see them. So one of the silliest things that makes a musician feel like they're really a professional is when someone shares their song on Instagram and the artist's lyrics pop up and they're like, "Hey, I wrote that, and that fan shared it." And I don't want to belittle it, since just a decade ago, there wasn't much like this, and it's pretty damn cool. But so many of you find this to be special because you can't figure out how to get your lyrics to show up on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Amazon Music, Google, or any of the other ones that show them. Which is why I'm so excited to talk about the sponsor of this video, MusixMatch Pro, an all-in-one solution for getting the most out of your lyrics, from curation to distribution to enhancing your audience's listening experience. But some of you don't understand why having your lyrics on these apps is a big deal. After all, when your lyrics are, "She wanna hop in the Rari" over and over again because you injured your brain by huffing that dentist juice, you may not understand the power of lyrics and fans knowing them. First off, if you never heard fans yelling your lyrics back at you while on stage, well, let's just say, it's a hell of a drug. Maybe even more of a high than dentist juice. But I wouldn't know. There's also the thrill of when those lyrics connect with someone else and they write to you how important they are, or maybe something even crazier. They may get them tattooed on themselves. I mean, what type of freak would do something like that? Oh yeah, that's right. My body's covered in lyrics by the 1975, Porter Robinson, Sophie, Charlie XCX, Justice, Mama, and some nerdy line from a documentary. So I guess a freak like me. But none of that would have happened if I hadn't bonded with those lyrics and what the artist was saying, and become so emotionally bonded, I wanted those on my body forever. But how do fans know what lyrics are for sure so you don't get the wrong ones tattooed on you? Since CDs are gone and vinyl is bought by only a few fans who largely hang it on their wall and may never even open it, well, the answer is MusixMatch for the most part. Since fans are reading while they listen along on Spotify and Apple, or are seeing them while they scroll as they listen. Since by now fans know they can click that mic button on Spotify or captions on YouTube or just Google them, and all those searches are powered by MusixMatch. But there's more utilitarian reasons that this matters. Let's say a fan hears your song as it's going viral on TikTok or Reels. But the problem is your song's called "Bug Chasing the Woke Mind Virus," and the lyrics are, "I can't put down the cup 6 times in a row," since you really have a way with words. Well, a fan isn't gonna have the easiest time finding that since you named your song something that's not the viral hook. But if your lyrics have been uploaded to MusixMatch, well, that's how you get them to show up on Google. And if you look on Google, right there at the end of most lyrics you search for, it says, "Source, MusixMatch." Well, Chief, that's because they're the go-to source for this on Google. And this is really important, not just for viral songs. When a fan really feels a song, they Google them a lot. Even when the lyrics are sung with enunciation that would make Emily Haynes of Metric jealous. These can be some of the top searches for us, even when the lyrics are as simple as some of the songs I'm joking about in this video, since fans want to read along with them and take them in and think about their meaning. There's a reason lyric videos get more and more popular every year, because fans want to go deeper with artists, and lyrics are one of the most meaningful ways to do it, since they want to feel closer to their favorite artists and understand them better, since they want to then take the meaning they find and discuss it with their friends. And when you decide to be lazy and not upload your lyrics to MusixMatch, you deprive your fans of that experience. And that's pretty rude of you if you ask me, especially considering how easy this is to do. One of the worst parts of all this can be if your song does well and you don't sync your lyrics on MusixMatch. Since some fan may do it and do a terrible job getting your masterpiece poetry of some lyric like "in December, drinking horchata, I'd look psychotic in a balaclava," because you're an insufferable nerd, and that fan messes up the timing and makes it say "in December, drinking horse chowder, I'd look brolic eating baklava," and now your life's work is ruined and you sound like Action Bronson for some reason, and you look dumb to fans, and you're now wondering why everyone thinks you're so weird. This is exactly why you need to do this yourself with MusixMatch Pro, so that grandma doesn't ask you why your lyric that sang "On God my granny shines like the best sheen" gets uploaded as "Oh my God, my Grammy's shy like Jeffy Epstein." Look, it could happen. And just imagine what Grammy's gonna give you on Christmas after she went to share your song on Instagram and she sees those lyrics you wrote about her. Or you didn't. The point I'm trying to make here is whether you want fans to be able to find your song as it goes viral, to bond with your lyrics that came from the darkest place in your soul, get acknowledged as the voice of your generation, or have people yelling your name and your lyrics back at shows, or for that matter, just feel understood by other artists who think you write some quote-unquote real bars. Well, the only way this happens these days is if you get them across the internet, and MusixMatch is the go-to place to do that. Since no one else compares to them in being the definitive resource of lyrics on the internet, but there's so much more to their platform that we'll get into in just a minute. But let's first talk about how you do all this. Create an account on MusixMatch, and then next we need to verify your artist profile, so it's really you, and yet again, not someone insulting your grandma. And yes, they really verify this for every artist manually. After that, all you do is use their interface to sync your lyrics and make sure they are right. Then from the moment your lyrics are saved on their platform, they are directly sent and distributed to the DSPs and other partners. Now I do want to say you can add your lyrics only when the songs are already published on the DSPs, so you don't need to add the lyrics after your song is uploaded. This is often why you go and listen to your favorite artist's new song and you go to read the lyrics and they're not there yet. But a few weeks later, they suddenly appear. This is not because the lyric fairy leaves them under Instagram's pillow or some cool fan takes a swing. This is just how the world works. But I will tell you, MusixMatch Pro right now is rolling out a feature that ends all that, and you're going to be able to upload your lyrics before your song's even out. But MusixMatch Pro also has so many more cool features. You can use their AI synchronization to make it easy for your lyrics to sync up and save you work, which is especially helpful for those of you with huge catalogs who don't want to go through and make sure the timing's all perfect. They can also do transcription of lyrics, and you can fix what it gets wrong. There's even the possibility to outsource the curation to their specialists. You can also create Spotify canvases or create lyric videos with already time-synced lyrics. And these are in short formats perfect for reels and social media videos that can even turn into full-length lyric videos for YouTube. They even have the possibility of creating video backgrounds with AI based on your song's meaning or your album cover. And for those of you who run management companies or labels, they have manager plans where you can collaborate with your team and access bulk features like bulk lyrics upload on demand. Now, one of the coolest things is a lot of you end up having fans who speak other languages. And when you have that, you know that fans often use lyrics to learn other languages and love to see the lyrics translated. Since it's way more fun to learn your favorite song rather than from some AI owl nerd from some app like Quadrolingo or whatever, well, MusixMatch can enable the translation of your lyrics, and some songs are in up to 120 languages. And I know a lot of you are like,
"Okay, Jesse, there's gotta be a catch. How much does this cost?"
Well, they have a free plan for single artists that just need the basics, but it's quite slow to get verified on this plan since it can take up to 30 days because they have to check manually all the requests, and you're not exactly skipping the line when you're not paying anything. Then it's $19 for an entire year of MusixMatch Pro for those who need to fast-track services like those going viral, who's in need of getting their song to start showing up in search for their lyrics as soon as possible, or those who want to use AI sync or edit lyrics with featured artists on the tracks. Their Grow plan is $72 a year and has all of the previous plan's features, and you can create those lyrics videos I talked about before and remove their watermark. And with the Plus plan for $178 a year, you can get up to 3 artists and access to get your lyrics on YouTube and lyric videos with translations. That's pretty sick, right? And here's something that's even sicker. If you sign up at this link that's in the description or on the screen right now with my code Jesse15, you get 15% off any of their Pro plans. So go ahead and do that right now. So here's the thing, while you just learned about getting your lyrics everywhere, if you really want to grow your fan base, you need to watch the video on the screen right now if you really want to level up. Thanks for watching.